Hello, welcome to Furious Motivation. Dreams to Reality, the Kalam Way. Introduction. In the quiet corners of Rameswaram, a small island in Tamil Nadu, a boy once gazed at birds soaring across the sky. He didn't know then that he would one day help his nation soar to greater heights. That boy was Abdul Abdul Kalam, missile man, people's president, and India's most beloved dreamer. Today I want to share not just his story, but the philosophy that transformed a newspaper boy into the architect of India's missile program and eventually its president. This is not just about success, it's about transforming dreams into achievements through unwavering determination. The humble beginnings. I was born poor, but I was not born to remain poor. Kalam came from modest means. His father owned a boat, and his mother struggled to make ends meet. Young Kalam sold newspapers to support his family's income. But poverty couldn't diminish his curiosity or his father's wisdom that, for great things to happen, difficulties must come. What separated Kalam from others wasn't privilege or opportunity. It was his response to limitations. Where others saw barriers, he saw challenges to overcome. Chakruti, the power of dreams. Dreams are not what you see in sleep. Dreams are those that don't let you sleep. Dr. Kalam's life wasn't built on blind ambition, but on calculated dreams. He didn't just dream vaguely of success. He envisioned specific goals and worked systematically toward them. He believed that dreams aren't mere fantasies, but blueprints for action. How many of us have dreams that remain confined to our imagination? Kalam would say that's not dreaming, that's merely wishing. True dreaming requires the courage to disturb your sleep, to sacrifice comfort for creation. The discipline of perseverance. If you want to shine like the sun, first burn like the sun. Dr. Kalam's life was defined by disciplined effort. During his work on India's satellite launch vehicle programs, he faced numerous failures. When SLV-3 failed on its first launch in 1979, he didn't surrender to despair. He took responsibility, analyzed the failure, and led his team back to success in the next attempt. This wasn't just professional resilience, it was his life philosophy. He woke before dawn, worked late into the night, and maintained this rigorous schedule well into his 80s. Excellence wasn't an accident in his life. It was an inevitable consequence of his daily habits. Knowledge is the ultimate weapon. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge makes you great. In a world obsessed with shortcuts, Kalam championed the long route of knowledge acquisition. Despite humble beginnings, he earned his degree in physics, then aeronautical engineering. But his education, even as president, he carried books instead of files, read voraciously, and wrote prolifically. He understood that knowledge isn't just power, it's the foundation of meaningful contribution. In today's world of instant information, we must distinguish between superficial awareness and profound understanding. Kalam advocated for that. Failure is a stepping stone. If you fail, never give up, because FAIL means first attempt in life. End is not the end. END means effort never dies. If you get no as an answer, NO means next opportunity. Dr. Kalam's career was marked by significant setbacks. His experience in the Indian Air Force, the initial failures in rocket development, political opposition, these weren't just challenges, they were potential career enders. Yet Kalam transcended the binary of success and failure. He saw failure not as a terminal point, but as feedback. When experiments failed, he didn't question his worth. He questioned his approach. This perspective transformed obstacles from walls into doorways. Leadership through service. The best brains of the nation may be found on the last benches of the classroom. What made Kalam extraordinary wasn't just his scientific achievements, but his understanding of leadership. He didn't lead from isolation, but walked among students, citizens,